people? It's your boy Kelvin with BTB back at y'all, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Hope y'all doing well. Hope y'all blessed. I'm gonna give a big shout out to all the new subscribers that came through over the last few weeks. Salute to y'all, and also check out the other guys in the group videos. JB, Rashad, Kobe Bryant Film Room, Big Dog Talk Sports. As we continue to grow, move forward, y'all sub up to their pages and check them out. All right, got my boy Mark in the house. We do episode 3 of Barbershop Talk.
Yes, sir.
And all right, so first off, in this episode, we're gonna talk about women's college basketball. First off, we got to give a shout out to South Carolina, Don Staley and the women, undefeated season, great season. They just won the women's championship. They beat Iowa. So we got to give a big shout out to them on an outstanding season. And this is Don Staley, I think, third championship in the last 5 or 6 years. I'm not sure, but she's done a great job. And South Carolina's a team that I had picked early in the year to win. Of course, I wasn't going for LSU, so I was pulling hard for South Carolina. So, big shout out to them. All right, so here we go. We're going to go back to the Angel Reese situation. My boy Mark, he didn't get to say his due. I'm going to let him speak. And first off, I just want to say, do you have any kind of response to the videos that I put out? I know we're a smaller channel, but it was kind of controversial. My thoughts and opinion about Angel Reese, black women, Angel Reese's attitude, her behavior. So I just want to give the floor to you, let you speak on whatever you want to say about the Angel Reese situation, Emmanuel Acho, how black women responded. Just the floor is yours. Go ahead, just give your thoughts on that.
All right. Well, I've been watching women's basketball now, college, for maybe the last 2 years. I would say I was a little bit ahead of the game because I was watching last year early on, way before people started paying attention to Angel Reese and LSU and all that. And to be honest with you, South Carolina probably was the best team last year because a lot of people forget South Carolina was 36-0 when they lost to Iowa last year. Right. So a lot of people forget that. Iowa, Caitlin Clark, 41 points, boom, put South Carolina out. So there. But the reason I'm saying that is that I was watching LSU also, who's a very talented team also. And the issue with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, I do agree. With Caitlin Clark, I was telling Kelvin many times, and I'm a real big Caitlin Clark fan. I was telling him that, man, I noticed, she kind of whines a lot, kind of like a crybaby, kind of remind me of Luka Doncic, right? And I liked Luka a lot, but I seen a lot of the whining and crying to the refs way before this game during the season. But to reflect back to last year, when she did the "You Can't See Me" John Cena, when pretty much everything kind of like took off, that's where the transition really, I believe, started for women's basketball. Right. When she did the "You Can't See Me," and that was when Haley Van Lith was playing for Louisville, right? But she didn't she really was doing it like in a gesture of "You can't see me," but not the way Angel Reese did, like where Angel Reese pursued her, right? No big deal.
Yeah, she said Van Lith said she was doing it to the coach or something. It wasn't really directed towards her, but the media spent it out of control. Like Caitlin Clark was kind of taunting Van Lith, but that really wasn't the truth. But go ahead, continue.
Yeah, that's right. And so no problem. So Iowa go and LSU, they meet in the championship. I was telling Kelvin before right after the game, I told Kelvin, I said, man, that was the best game, the most exciting game I had seen in any level of basketball, pro men, college men. That was the most exciting game that I seen. But guess what? What happened is it became segregated immediately.
Right.
And I told Kelvin that last year. I said, what has happened is it turned into, people don't want to say it, it turned to black versus white.
Right.
That's exactly what happened. Even though people don't want to admit it. So, Angel Reese was playing, and she did well. Angel Reese did well. But from Angel Reese this year to last year, Angel Reese really regressed. But the thing is with Angel Reese is where her play regressed, her attitude grew, her arrogance grew, her wallet grew too.
Right,
so
right.
Will contribute to her feeling a lot larger than what she is. She became an overnight celebrity pretty much from taunting Caitlin Clark.
Right.
I know people want to say, "Oh no." I watched Angel Reese in Maryland. She had a bad attitude then too, but it wasn't a spotlighted because they were not winning and they wasn't on television. Right. So for people be like, for the people who's going to say, well, this, or maybe she just did that. Angel Reese was doing this before that. Angel Reese wasn't that. That game right there catapulted women's basketball. So her attitude, it carried on. While they're winning, while Caitlin Clark was in the gym working on her game,
right.
Angel Reese was doing everything else, modeling, being in rap videos, hanging with celebrities. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking her for that. Right. But it also showed that her play this year wasn't focused. Right. But what she was focused on was social media. Right. What she was focused on, she kept an attitude, and I get it. I heard what Emmanuel Acho, what's his name, Acho?
Yeah, Emmanuel Acho, yeah.
What he said was true. I agree with him. She was okay with being the villain, the self-proclaimed villain. I heard when Joy said, who made her the villain? She made herself the villain. She embraced it. She embraced it. Kobe embraced it when he had the issue over there in Colorado, and he changed his number. That's when Mamba mentality was pretty much created.
Yeah. So let me say this, because some of the people, I saw some of the comments on my video, they thought I was kind of insensitive to her comments, saying that she got death threats and stuff like that. If she really got death threats, I'm not saying she lying or not. No, I'm not with that. But my point is, and I know I was cussing a lot, and some of y'all may not got that point as I was cussing and venting and ranting. My point is, why wasn't she making these complaints before? You know what I'm saying? When they was winning. Mm-hmm. Why would she wait until it's the last game of the season, they lost, and then she want to start boo-hooing and crying? You know what I'm saying? And then talking about she's been sexualized. Well, nobody made you go get in these sexual outfits on Instagram and Twitter and stuff and start twerking and all that type of stuff. So, so that men will come at you like that. When you dress like that, that's how men gonna come at you. If you dress with class, then a man gonna come at you with respect. So my thing is this, I just thought it was just excuse making and her feelings were hurt because they lost. And that's really what I think it was. Now, again, I'm not saying death threats are right. That is wrong if that really, really happened to her. But the reason why I said I didn't want to hear it because she didn't say it before. And I'm sure if she really did get death threats, she was getting it all during the season. And if it's really bothering her, she could have said something about it in November, December, January, whatever, when they were still winning. They were still a champion. So that was just my thought on it. But go ahead.
Okay. So my thing is, I agree with you on that also. Do I believe she was getting death threats? Possibly, because guess what? Everyone who portrays the villain gonna get that. Everyone. I don't care. I can guarantee you Draymond Green got plenty of death threats and all types of threats. Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure everybody that you can think of have gotten threats. She's not an exception. Maybe I want to say she's an exception because she's a woman. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But the point is, I'm not saying that it's okay. But what I'm saying is that it happens. Right. Now, do anybody actually follow through with it? not to my knowledge, not frequently. So if it really bother her that much, as you said, she should have been brought it. She should have already brought it up. That was the wrong time to bring it up, in my opinion. Right. You know, you've been pretty much basking in the glow of being the bad guy. You know, you've been basking in the glow of being cause guess what? A lot of people like more people like the Joker than they like Batman. You know, so she had a huge following, a huge fan base too, where people like that. People like the bad guy or the person who outspoken. Look at the girl Shikari from Car that run track.
Oh yeah, track girl.
They love her.
Right.
And she say all types of stuff, and she as hood as it can get.
Right.
You know I like her. You know me. I've been liking her from the get go.
Right.
You know. Yeah. But I guarantee you, she get all types of threats and everything else. While she was losing, she winning now. Right. But when she was losing, I'm pretty sure they would say, "Oh, she not that good," et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You gotta better take that on the chin when you're gonna be the person who's pretty much glorifying, like, look at me, putting a crown on your head, saying, look at me. Even if you weren't doing anything, even if you were just a good citizen. Well, I'm not saying she was a bad citizen, but even if she was a Grant Hill type of person, once you put that crown on your head like that, people shooting for it. It's just the way it is. People want the top. And my thing is with Angel Reese is, I don't think she's that great of a player. I think it's ridiculous when people be saying Bird versus Magic type of deal. Right. I think that's absurd. I'm like, if it was Juju, and then I could see Bird versus Magic. But this is like Bird versus Draymond Green. You know, nothing against her. She's gonna be very undersized.
Right.
And she's more of a banger. You know, she's not gonna be able to bang with them girls. Them girls look like Cordova over there in South Carolina. A lot of them.
Right.
You know, so that with her attitude, her entitled attitude, I remember all the stuff she was saying. I'm not gonna repeat it because I remember you said it on your previous videos about when she was saying, "Get your money up," and telling coaches,
flip them off.
watch your fucking mouth and all that type of stuff, right? I've never seen players conduct themselves like that. I know people want to say, look at Caitlin Clark. What's she doing? She's whining or complaining or whatever.
But see, that's a difference between whining and complaining to the ref and telling and flipping off a coach. You know what I'm saying? Or telling another girl, get off my pee, or get some money up. Yeah. It's a lot of athletes that complain to refs. The men in the NBA, all they do is cry to the ref. So that's not some unknown behavior. Not that we like it or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But that's not like that's some unknown weird behavior. That's natural with athletes. They're going to complain about foul calls and stuff like that. All basketball players, women, men, whatever level, high school, college, elementary, whatever, NBA, whatever. My thing is, people coming at me in the comments, excusing her behavior, because she's black. And I wasn't looking at color. Yes, I know she is a black woman. And I pull for black people that's doing the right thing, but her behavior was bad. That's what I was focusing on. I don't care nothing about her being black. Her behavior was bad. And so that turned me off. Normally, I'm kind of like you. I like the Joker and the villain or whatever, but for whatever reason, that LSU team turned me off. So I started pulling for South Carolina. I picked them to win the championship. And South Carolina beat them twice in the regular season. And when they played in the SEC championship, I would text y'all like, I'm glad they beat them. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no hatred, real life hatred. It was a sports hatred. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm rooting against them. It ain't, I want something bad to happen to Fly J because she's a black woman or Angel Reese or whatever. It was sports dislike.
The thing is with a lot of our, so it's going to get a little bit more, I don't want to say racial when I say what I'm about to say, but for lack of better terms, one of the things I've noticed is that you really can't say anything about black women. You just can't. You know, if you say anything about black women, not only do the black women jump on you,
simp men.
I was gonna say the brown nosing guys who think they gon' the guy who said Grand Rising Queens and all them guys, them guys, all those type of guys and the
comments.
Yeah, those type of guys who think they gon' brown nose they way into some ass.
Right.
You know, those guys. And if I showed you my page, it's a ton of them on my Facebook page. A lot.
I mean, that's so annoying, bro.
And, but you can't say anything about a black woman.
No.
And this is different. We're not talking about black women in general. We're talking about black women in sports. They making it more about black women than we are. But since we're giving our perspective, or I'm giving my perspective, here it is. Okay. So, as I was saying, if you go through, I know everyone says, "Oh man, black women are the least protected," and I know that. I understand that. I don't agree with that. I know where they come from. A lot of y'all can go do your Google research and everything else. I don't have to. I know Malcolm X said that in 1962 in L.A. I know this stuff. Right. So I'm pretty sure y'all have enough time to go, and so you can put your stuff in the comments and whatever. But in 1962, black women truly were the least protected. Matter of fact, a lot of women in general didn't have a lot of rights. Not even the white women, you know. But I tell you what, black men didn't have that many rights either. You know. When Vietnam War was going on in the 50s, in the 60s, guess who they were drafting? Yeah, they weren't drafting black women. Right. They were drafting. Now, it was a few black women who volunteered. Right. It's a difference. Them black men weren't protected at all. Get your ass on out there in that field, boy, and get that gun. Right. And I don't care if we just got a revolver. You go out there and you work that thing like the best way you can. But my point of saying that is that I know where this come from. But as of today, the LGBT community is probably the strongest, by far, the strongest organization, pretty much gang out there. I'm talking about, if you say one thing wrong, boy, I done seen so many comedians and stuff get canceled. They can't even do a show no more unless you're Dave Chappelle. Right. Well, if you say something about the gay community, and the black women are right behind them. If everything is equal with our women, everybody want everything to be equal until it's time to be consequences handed out. It's like, oh, okay, I don't do that. Oh, we say we the same as men. Okay, we the same as men. Draymond Green suspended. Draymond Green, man, people can't stand him. He go out here and say the wrong thing. Whoever else out there, they can't stand. Guess what? From Skip Bayless to Shannon Sharp to Stephen A. Smith, even other players, they hold him and man, what is he doing? What's wrong with him? Blah 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 blah. And man, Ocho, whoever, Acho, whatever. Angel Reese go out there and do something, say something. If that guy was saying the same thing, man, Charles Barkley and them would be like, man, he ain't got no class. They'll be saying he out here talking about get your money up and blah blah blah. They'll be tearing him down.
Right. Yeah. So, and Joy Taylor, she
a feminist.
Very much a feminist. She said, well, you know, men celebrate it, do it all the time. It ain't no big deal or whatever. Yeah, she talked about Dame time when he tapped it. Yeah, Dame do that, but you know, Dame ain't cussing out another player. He ain't flipping off another player.
He ain't chasing them either.
And guess what? When Dame over the years been getting cooked by Steph Curry, he go to that podium and he hold that L like a man and he answer those questions. He don't get up there and cry. She talked about Joe Burrow smoking a cigar. Joe Burrow don't go around taunting other players and stuff like that. Right. Yeah, he might fake light up a cigar or whatever after he win a game. Right. But when he lost, he held that L like a man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't go up there and cry and whine and stuff like that when he lost the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? So let me direct it back towards me because I know a lot of people had a problem with the video. That's all I was saying. I don't have no issue with Angel Reese or any black women, but my point is it's okay to say that a black woman, she just happened to be black, her behavior was bad. Her behavior was hood and ratchet, and it turned me off. And she needs to correct her behavior if she doesn't want any kind of backlash. That's all I'm saying.
I'll tell you this too.
You know what I'm saying?
I'll tell you this too. I guarantee you, when she's so popular, and she's a very good college player. I bet she won't go to the WNBA acting like that, because you know why? She's not gonna be good enough. No. She's not gonna be good enough to conduct herself like that. No. She gonna have to go and fit in.
Right.
You know, it's a big difference. Angel Reese didn't have the best year. I don't care what her numbers say. I watch the game, so I don't care about her stats. So whoever want to pull up her stats, et cetera, don't care. Fly J was the best player on that team.
Easy.
And the other big girl was arguably just as good, maybe even a tad better. I can't even remember her name right now. The other down low girl. But Fly J is the best player on that team, easily. So my thing is with her is that she was conducting herself because she was the alpha. She was the alpha. She had the bigger personality. She may wasn't the best player, right, but she had the biggest personality. Kind of like what I used to tell you about Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Russell Westbrook, I said way back when they first started in Oklahoma, I said, man, Kevin Durant the coldest, but Russell Westbrook, he Batman. And Kevin Durant was Robin. I know y'all gonna say, what? Because y'all gonna be looking at their skill and all that. But the mentality was, Russell Westbrook was like, this is my fucking team.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why he shot so much and did all the erratic stuff, and he controlled the game how he wanted to. That was one of the reasons why they had friction. You know? So my thing is that, like I said, I like Angel Reese. I kind of pulled for her but I liked Caitlin Clark more because Caitlin Clark is a better player to me. But I like Angel Reese. But the thing is with her, again, was I didn't like the way she carried herself. I didn't like the way her play this year showed that her focus was other things besides basketball. Because she didn't make any didn't take any progressive steps to improve her game. You know, so
she wasn't that good. I told you last. You remember I told you?
Yeah, I remember you told me that.
After the championship game when they won, I didn't think Angel Reese was that good.
She didn't play that good last year when they won. She was that little guard had saved them, who had her best game of the season. And then went to WNBA and got cut. I forgot her name. But the thing is though, Angel Reese, I have no problem with her like that, but her attitude was bad. She could be belittling and demeaning to whoever she wanted to at times, and then everybody run to support her because she looked like us. I don't care if she black, white, or candy stripe. Just like I said about Caitlin Clark out there crying and whining. She my favorite player, but like I told Kelvin, she crying too much. She like Luka Doncic out there right now. Yeah. And so it's okay to hold people accountable. It's okay. Yeah. You know, it's okay to hold people accountable because somebody have to. You know what I mean? Somebody have to, because everybody want to be treated equal. If somebody in eBay was conducting themselves like that, I guarantee you, so you would have multiple announcers saying things. Now I get it. Somebody gonna pull up somebody and say such and such was acting crazy, such and such was acting crazy. But I guarantee you what, it ain't gonna be the biggest star on the team. You tell me the big star on the team who out there acting a fool, and guess what? He'll be like DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah. Somewhere in playing for the Shanghai Sharks or something.
All right. So just to finish it off, we're gonna switch to Caitlin Clark real quick before we close it up. I just want to say this: I don't have any real issue with Angel Reese, man. Her behavior and their team behavior just turned me off. I don't wish nothing bad on the woman or nothing like that. Do I think she was a great basketball player? No. But that's just on a sports perspective. I don't wish her nothing bad in life. I wish she make all the money she can make. I wish her much success in the WNBA, and I wish her nothing but the absolute best. I was just rooting against them in the sports way. That's it. I was pulling for South Carolina all year because I knew they matched up with them. And I thought that was going to be the two teams in the championship. So I was pulling hard for South Carolina to beat them for a third time. But, you know, they got upset. So I don't hate them. I don't hate black women or nothing like that. her behavior was just bad and it turned me off, and that's that. So that's all I'm gonna say about Angel Reese. You know what I'm saying? You said what you said. I said what I said in the videos. I know there's a little controversy. It is what it is.